Good day everyone, I'm Kaislyn M. Lumibaw. Today, we are going to discuss Chapter 3, Science and Technology and National Building, together with my partner, Ms. Jelaisa Labidet. Before we proceed to our topic, here are our learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to discuss the role of science and technology in Philippine national building, evaluate government science and technology, agenda, and policies in terms of their contribution to national building, appraise the actual science and technology, policies of the government, and its impact on the development of the Filipino nation, and analyze the indigenous science and technologies. Now, let's proceed to our topic, the Philippine Government Science and Technology Agenda. The first one is innovation culture. The recent success of the saltwater lamp, salamander tricycle, and Diwata 1 microsatellite is a nice start, but it just shows that we have a long way to go before we develop an innovation culture. Una, yung satellite alternative lighting lamp. Ang sustainable alternative lighting lamp ay isang makabagong ilaw na nilikha ni Asia Mijeno, isang Pilipino scientist, upang magbigay ng ligtas, mura at mapagmatagalang alternative na ilaw sa mga lugar na walang kuryente. Gumagana ito gamit lamang ang 2 tablespoons of salt and 1 glass of water, kaya't napaka-accessible sa mga liblib na lugar. Ito ay based sa galvanic cell, ngunit sa halip na kemikal na maaring delikado, asin at tubig lamang ang gamit. Dahil dito, ligtas ito kumpara sa ibang mga lamp. Walang usok o polusyon, at may mababang carbon footprint. Ito ay isang sustainable innovation na tumutugon sa pangangailangan nating mga Pilipino habang inaalagaan ang kalikasan. Next is salamander tricycle. Ang salamander tricycle naman ay isang amphibious vehicle na kayang maglakbay sa lupa at sa tubig. The salamander tricycle was launched in Pasig City to meet the demands of thousands of Filipinos living in the flood-prone areas and low-lying village near bodies of water. Ito ay collaboration nila Atoy Leib and Dominic Chung. Layunin nitong tulungan ang mga Pilipino sa mga bahaging lugar at komunidad na malapit sa ilog o dagat. May dalawang prototype ito, isang gasoline-powered model at isang electric-powered model. Sa lupa, gumagana ito tulad ng karaniwang tricycle. Ngunit sa tubig, pinapaandar ito ng propelled na nakakabit sa makina. Next is Diwata 1 satellite. Ang Diwata 1 ay kauna-unahang microsatellite sa Pilipinas na inilunsad sa kalawakan. Tumagal ito ng 4 na taon sa space, kung saan nakapagbibigay ito ng libu-libong larawan na naging mahalagang batayan sa pagsusuri ng kalagayan ng kapaligiran. Sa kabuuan, nakalibot ito sa mundo ng 22,643 times at 4,800 times nitong nadaanan ng Pilipinas. Nakakuha ito ng 45,572 na larawan, kung saan 17,271 ay mula mismo sa Pilipinas. The second one is ASEAN integration requires competitive technology. Ang ASEAN integration ay nangangailangan ng competitive technology upang makasabay ang Pilipinas sa mabilis na pagbabago sa mundo. Sa pamamagitan ng science and technology, mas nauunawaan natin ang kalikasan at mundo, at nagkakaroon ng mga bagong paraan para sa mas maayos na pamumuhay. Kaya't mahalagang napalakasin ng mga Pilipino ang scientific at technological foundation upang maging handa sa ASEAN. And the last one is the 2 major approaches. Una, stronger research and development in the regions, not just Manila. Siyempre, hindi lang dapat nakasentro sa Manila ang suporta sa science and technology. Kailangan itong ipamahagi sa iba't ibang rehiyon, lalo na sa mga lugar na mahalaga para sa food production, industrial growth, and innovation. Mahalaga ito dahil sa mga hamon ng climate change, mataas na presyo ng kuryente, at pangangailangan ng pantay na distribusyon ng industriya. Pangalawa, mga strategic project in 5 areas. Renewable energy. Ito ang susi sa mas mura at malinis na kuryente. Sa pamamagitan ng mga makabagong technology, Makakalikha tayo ng mas mataas na energy habang binabawasan ang pagdepende sa likas na yaman. Mahalaga ito upang matugunan ang ating mga obligasyon sa COP21 at sabay na mapababa ang gastos ng mga Pilipino sa kuryente. S&T or Science and Technology for Industrial Development. Ang Science and Technology ay makatutulong sa muling pagbuhay ng mga pangunahing industries tulad ng bakal. Sa pamamagitan ng active participation, masusuportahan ang paglago ng ekonomiya. Faster and less expensive internet. Sa isang bansang archipelago tulad ng Pilipinas, napakahalaga ng internet upang magdugtong ng mga isla at community. Ang mas mabilis at abot-kayang koneksyon ay magbubukas ng mas maraming oportunidad sa education, business, and communication. Increase food production. Dahil limitado ang lupang sakahan, kailangan ng technology upang mapataas ang ani, mapabuti ang kalidad ng produkto, at mabawasan ang pagdepende sa mga imported na pataba. Sa ganitong paraan, masisiguro ang seguridad sa pagkain ng bansa. Climate change adaptation. Ang pabago-bagong klima ay malaking hamon sa mga magsasaka. Kailangan ng makabagong technology upang matulungan silang makibagay. Mapanatili ang ani at maiwasan na paggamit ng mga teknolohiyeng nakakasama sa kalusugan ng lupa at ani. And also, mechanism and characteristic that make it possible. For example, more research found from the Department of Science and Technology or DOST and its sectoral planning bodies and institutions, cooperation between industry and research by incorporating them in sectoral planning communities. Next, we have the Major Development Program in Science and Technology in the Philippines.
Doppler radars.
Itinatag ng Pag-asa ang mga Doppler station sa Baler at Baguio upang palakasin ang kakayahan sa weather forecasting at disaster risk reduction. Nakakatulong ito sa pagtukoy ng dami ng ulan at pagbibigay ng babala sa pagbaha. RA 7687 Scholarship Program, kilala bilang Science and Technology Scholarship, Act of 1994, nagbibigay ito ng suporta sa mga estudyanteng kukuha ng kursong Basic Science, Engineering, Applied Science, and Mathematics Education. Kapalit nito, ang scholar ay maglilingkod sa bansa sa larangan ng kanyang pinag-aralan. Setup. Isang pambansang plano para tulungan ng SME or Small and Medium Businesses and MSME or Micro, Small and Medium Enterprise na gumagamit ng makabagong teknolohiya upang mapabuti ang operation, mapataas ang sales and production at maging competitive. Balik Scientist Act, President Rodrigo Duterte, signed Republic Act No. 11035 on June 15, 2018. The Balik Scientist Act was another name for this act. The law aims to strengthen the scientific and technological human resources in public and private institutions, including locally registered firms, in order to foster knowledge sharing and accelerate the flow of new technologies into the country. Philippine Space Agency or PhilSA, itinatag sa ilalim ng RA 11363. Ito ang pangunahing ahensya ng gobyerno para sa space research at technology application. Responsable ito sa pagdidisenyo, pagtutupad at pamamahala ng mga proyekto kaugnay sa paggamit ng teknolohiya sa kalawakan. Now, let us proceed to the major personalities in science and technology in the Philippines. Fe Del Mundo. She was born on November 27, 1911, in Manila, Philippines. She was the sixth child in a family of 8. 3 of her 8 siblings died, while an eldest sister died at the age of 11 from appendicitis. The death of her older sister, who had expressed an interest in becoming a poor doctor, drove the young Del Mundo to pursue a career in medicine. Siya ang kauna-unahang babaeng naging national scientist ng Pilipinas. Kilala siya sa kanyang imbensyon na bamboo incubator, na tumulong sa mga sanggol na ipinanganak ng maaga, lalo na sa mga liblib na lugar na walang modernong kagamitan. Itinatag din niya ang Children Medical Center ang unang pediatric hospital sa bansa. She sold her house and obtained a loan to help her build her own hospital. The Children Medical Center, a 100-bed hospital in Quezon City. Bukod dito, nakatanggap siya ng iba't ibang award gaya ng Elizabeth Blackwell Award for Outstanding Service to Mankind noong 1966, the Ramon Magsaysay Award for Outstanding Public Service noong 1977, and the International Pediatric Association Outstanding and Humanitarian Award noong 1977. Gregorio Sara. He was a Filipino engineer and physicist with more than 30 patents to his name. Pinaka-popular ang kanyang imbensyon na videophone o TAB telephone system noong 1955 na naging daan sa modern video calls. Nakilala rin siya sa Sara Effect o Law of Electrical Kinetic Resistance at iba pang imbensyon gaya ng wooden microscope at semi-automatic propeller making machine. Ginawaran rin siya ng Order of National Scientist ng Pilipinas noong 1978 bilang pagkilala sa kanyang contribution sa science and technology. Felix D. Maramba. Siya ay isang Pilipino scientist na nagpasimula ng biogas system noong 1984 sa Maya Farms na naging independent sa Meralco. Naimbento rin niya ang power generator na gumagamit ng coconut oil na nakatulong sa pagbibigay ng mas mura at environment-friendly na enerhiya. Siya ang may akda ng mga aklat tulad ng Biogas and Waste Recycling, The Philippine Experience, at Farm Management in the Philippines. Siya ay kinilala sa larangan ng environmental sustainability at nakatanggap din ng pagkilala bilang outstanding inventor sa Pilipinas dahil sa kanyang biogas at renewable energy innovation.
Good day everyone, my name is Sheila Sigil Eslabidad and now let's continue the discussion. So fourth is Ronaldo de la Cruz, dating barber na naging self-taught inventor at gumawa ng DBCC cream, gamot sa skin cancer, molds at warts na gawa sa mainly kasoy at iba pang local plants. Painless at mura ito, walang surgery, walang hiwa, walang peklat. Naisip niya ito accidentally habang tinitignan ang mga balat ng kanyang mga kliyente at na-observe na epekto yung kasoy. Nanalo siya ng DOST Tuklas Award 1998 at Gold Award sa International Inventors Forum noong 2005. So, next is si Diosdado Banatao, Filipino engineer, inventor at entrepreneur. Siya ay graduate sa Macau ng Bachelor of Electrical Engineers noong 1984. Gumawa siya ng single-chip 16-byte calculators at nagtayo ng Mostron Computer Motherboard Company. So, yung pinakamalaking gawa niya is yung first single-chip GUI accelerator. Pinagana nito ang mga graphics or icons sa PC imbis na text lang. Kaya mas mabilis, mas maliit at mas efficient. Meron 30 patents siya na nagbigay ng scholarships sa pamamagitan ng kanyang foundations. Binago niya ang personal computing at ipinagmalaki ang galing ng Pilipino engineers worldwide. For part 4 is science education in the Philippines. So, science education focuses on teaching, learning, and understanding science. So, second is yung teaching science. It is need effective teaching methods and strategies. We need good pedagogical ideas and models para mas madaling maituro ng mga teacher ang scientific concept and procedure ng malinaw at efficient. So, next is learning science is not just about teaching method. More importantly, it's about helping students truly understanding and appreciate science. Hindi lang ito basta memorizing lang ng mga facts. So, next is understanding science means learning and applying science process, skills like observing, experimenting, analyzing. And using scientific literacy, yung kakayahang gamitin yung science knowledge para mas maintindihan ang natural world at ang mga pang-araw-araw na gawain. So, next is yung goal of science education. So, it is concerned with teaching and learning science plus building scientific literacy sa lahat ng tao. Hindi lang sa students, kundi pati na rin sa general populations. So, the importance and impact, it is focused on developing individuals who are knowledgeable in science at sila ang nasa puso ng science, technologies, and society process. Sila ang magpapaunlad ng ating lipunan. So, for the part 5, science education in basics and tertiary educations. So, first is Manila Science High Schools or MSHS, founded on October 7, 1963, first ever science high school of the Philippines. Focus is advanced science and math, kasama na rin yung humanities and electives. So, the goal is scientists with soul. Hindi lang matalino, kundi may mabuting kalooban at ugali. Excellence is both intellect and character. So, second is the Philippines Science High School Systems or PSHSS, managed by DOS or yung Department of Science and Technology. Legal basis is Republic Act number 3661. What is it? It is the full scholarship program para sa mga gifted student. Libreng mga education at nakatutok sa science and technology. The goal is ihanda ang pinakamagaling na estudyante para sa maging future scientist at researcher ng bansa. So, third is the Special Science Elementary Schools or SSES program. Launches 2007, nagsimula sa 57 pilot schools guided by Department of Education Order 73 S 2008 and 53 S 2010. The goal is simula ng maagang pagtuturo ng science at technical skills sa mga bata pa lamang. The time allotment is grade 1 to 3 is 70 minutes daily science, grade 4 to grade 6 is 80 minutes daily. Mas mahaba ang oras para sa science. Approach is customized curriculum, hands-on project, respect multiple intelligences, holistic development, at lifelong learning ang target. So, number 4 is Quezon City Regional Science High School, established September 17, 1967, dating QC Science High School, naging Regional Science High School for NCR noong 1999. Focus is sobrang daming science and technology subject, may extra S and T subject beyond the standard DepEd curriculum. So next is the Central Visayas Institution Foundation na SVIF, type private school na magtatagpuan sa Janha, Bohol. Key innovation is Birthplace and Dynamic Learning Program DLP, isang revolutionary teaching methods na binubuo ni na Dr. Christopher at Dr. Maria Victoria Bernido, Ramon Magsaysay awardees. DL approach is blend classical and modern teaching. So, mas marami ang lectures, mas marami ang dependent and activity-based learning. Nagpapalakas ng creativity, self-reliance, and critical thinking. Low cost at effective kahit sa mga liblib na lugar. So, the part 6 is selected indigenous science and technologies. So, the three concepts, indigenous knowledge, indigenous science, and indigenous technology. Indigenous knowledge, the root is lahat ng mga beliefs, traditions, skills, wisdom na ipapamana ng mga ninuno based on oral true stories, songs, at pang-araw-araw na practice. Next is indigenous science knowledge na tested and refined over time through constant observation at paggamit. Explain how nature works at paano makikisama sa environment. So, the last is indigenous technology, applied result tools, methods, products na ginagawa para masolusyonan ang daily needs at gamit ng local resources at cultures. So, Here is some examples of indigenous science. First is weather observations. So predict weather or season by watching an animals. For example, cow lying down. So that means na uulan, ganon. So base ito sa experience ng matatanda, hindi sa lab experiments. So next is the herbal medicine and healing. Ginagamit na long before Spanish come, DOH how endorses 10 medical plants, garlic, ampalaya, sambong, guava, etc. Practices including hilot or healing massage, bone setting, tawas, ritual diagnosis, or tule, traditional circumcision. So next is food preservations, dyeing, smoking, salting, fermenting, removes moistures para hindi mapanis ang pagkain. No electricity needed, very practical way to keep food safe. Next is soil classifications, farmer just soils, by observing and experiment para mas malaman kung anong crops ang best itanim. Sustainable at experiment-based farming, no fancy equipment needed. Then now is some example of indigenous technology. First is Yoyo by Pedro Flores, originally used as a weapon in combat noong Spanish era, later become a world-famous toys na kilala globally. So next is medical incubator by Dr. Fed Del Mundo, made from 2 laundry basket plus cloth plus warm water between them. Low-cost solution to keep premature babies warm. Super helpful lalo na sa mga rural areas na walang hospital equipment. So next is erythromycin by Abelardo Aguilar, 1949. Discovered this antibiotic from soil sample sa backyard niya sa Iloilo. Sad part, his US employer took the patient is wala siyang natanggap na royalties and credits. So, next is yung patis by Roberta Tentay David Javier. Accidentally discovered salted fish na naiwan ng matagal, turn into the flavorful liquid. Now is staple sa bawat Filipino kitchen. Next is the banana ketchup and more. Maria Orasa invented banana ketchup, tomato substitute, powdered calamansi juice, soyalak or soy powder, that saved many lives during World War II prison camps. Super useful at creative nito. So, yun nga. Next is yung DBCC Anti-Cancer Cream by Ronaldo de la Cruz from Casio Extract. Treats skin cancer, moles, wart, painless, no surgery, no scars, no local ingredients. This is a local ingredient in world-class quality. So, next is GUI Accelerator by Diosdado Banato for single-chip graphical interface accelerators. Let computers use graphic or icons instead of only text command. Made PCs faster, smaller, and revolutionized personal computing worldwide. So, quick summary lang tayo for the indigenous science and technology by the wisdom of the Filipino creativity. Hindi lang ito galing ng fancy labs, galing ito sa observation, experience at gamit na kung anong meron tayo dito sa Pilipinas. Proven effective for the generations. And now our topics is ended. I hope na may natutunan tayong lahat, and thank you for watching.